It's time for Dodger Baseball. Live from Dodger Stadium, Sportsnet LA presents the Dodgers as they take on the San Francisco Giants. Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant Friday evening to you, wherever you may be. Giants and Dodgers at Dodger Stadium, and the pitchers tonight, Madison Bumgarner on the mound for San Francisco. The big left-hander, 9-4 lifetime against the Dodgers, 6-2 here at Dodger Stadium. However, he is 0-3 in his last 4 starts against Los Angeles. On the mound for the Dodgers, left-hander Paul Maholm, 0-1, 2-4 lifetime against San Francisco. When Maholm is on his game, he's hit a lot of ground balls, and he has given up 191 ground ball double plays since 2006. The Giants, a far different and far better ball club than they were last year. This is a club that has a lot of power, it has good pitching, and above all, what is now a marvelous bullpen, number 1 in the major leagues in victories, and the lowest earned run average, 1.7. One other note. The Giants have beaten the Dodgers 5 out of 7, and more than that, they've won 6 of the last 7 played here at Dodger Stadium. That's enough notes. We'll get to the ball game and have a whole lot more coming up right after this.
Game 2 between the Giants and the Dodgers, and Dodger fans are going to see something a bit unusual if they look at third base tonight, because Juan Uribe is not going to be there. Juan Uribe suffering a mild right hamstring strain in last night's game between the Giants and the Dodgers. In the bottom of the 7th inning, he grounded into a double play and then was removed from the game at the top of the 9th inning in a double switch situation. Don Mattingly saying earlier today that he's day-to-day He looks pretty normal walking. He said they're going to be cautious, and they're going to see tomorrow if he can run. Don Mattingly saying if you can't run, you can't play. If it is a disabled situation, Mattingly said that he feels that they have the guys here to fill that void. But our guys here would probably get the time, meaning either Justin Turner or Sean Figgins. Justin Turner in the lineup today, playing at third base. As far as the outfield is concerned, Matt Kemp in center field as we get set for Game 2.
Very pleasant Friday evening to you, wherever you may be. Welcome to Dodger Stadium, Game 2 of a great 4-game series with the Giants, as the Dodgers try to cut the Giants' lead, which is now 3.5 games in front of them, with Colorado in second place, trailing by 1. As the Dodgers take the field, it is a beautiful evening here in the ballpark. Not a breath stirring the flags in center field, and a crowd that should be over 45, maybe close to 50,000 every Friday night. As you know, there'll be fireworks after the game, but of course that's redundant whenever the Giants and the Dodgers get together, as Bruce Bochy certainly would tell you. Taking a look at Bruce's lineup, a club that is in front of Colorado by 1, a team that has won 6 of the last 7 here at Dodger Stadium. Angel Pagan opens up in center field, Hunter Pence in right field, and Buster Posey hits third behind the plate. Michael Morse in left field, Brandon Belt at first. It's hard to believe that Pablo Sandoval is really struggling, hitting less than 200, yet the Giants are not only in first place, and it could be for the Giants. They figure Sandoval might come out of the slump against Mahalam. He has a career average of .368 against him. Following Pablo, Brandon Hicks, who had that big home run last night at second base. Brandon Crawford, who is dazzling and certainly was at his downest most last night. He'll be the shortstop. And, of course, Madison Bumgarner on the mound. On the mound for the Dodgers, Paul Mahalam. Mahalam with a record of 1-2, 0-1 against the Giants this year. He is 2-4 lifetime. And, of course, Mahalam's signature is the double play ball, and we'll see if that comes into effect. Just before we get under the game, and it's just around the corner with Pagan, Pence, and Posey coming up, we want to congratulate Rick and Debbie Honeycutt as Posey stands on the steps. Rick and Debbie just added grandchild number 5, a boy Lucas, 7 pounds 1 ounce. The parents are Ricky, and that would be Rick's son, and his bride, Stephanie. So congratulations to the Honeycutts, a new soul unearthed by the name of Lucas. Well, we're ready now to get the ball game started. Angel Pagan will start it off. Always a solid thorn in the Dodgers side. Brings up hitting .318. 3 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Pagan is particularly tough in the toughest moment of all. Runners in scoring position and 2 out. And with that, he hits .412 in that tough spot. And he takes ball 1, and we're underway. 1 ball and no strikes to Angel Pagan. Pagan, right-hand batter for the moment, swings and lifts one in the air down the right field line. A trio of Dodgers. It is the man Puig in the bullpen and makes the catch for the out. So Yasiel makes a good play in foul ground, which reminds us to set the Dodgers with the leather defensively, and they shape up this way. In the outfield, Scott Van Slyke, Matt Kemp, and Yasiel Puig. The infield for the Dodgers, Turner, Ramirez, Gordon, and Gonzalez. Behind the plate, Miguel Olivo and Paul Maholm on the mound. One of the more interesting things, when you have a left-hander like Madison Bumgarner, the inclination is to stack up the lineup with right-hand batters, as Hunter Pence takes high, ball 1, 1-0. But interestingly enough, Bumgarner has had more troubles with left-hand batters than with right. Left-hand batters this year are hitting .308 against him. The 1-0 pitch is taken for a strike, and the count 1-1. So Hunter Pence, a wildly exciting ball player, fun to watch, always in motion, hitting .255, 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in. Maholm delivers, it's foul back. The Dodgers load up the left side. D. Gordon is almost straight up the middle, maybe 2 steps on the other side of second base. And then the outfield deep and fanned out straight away. Adrian Gonzalez way off the line, playing first base, almost playing second base. So 1-2 the count to Hunter. Maholm watches him now into his windup. Ball comes back with a high fastball, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Couple of notes about other games. Number 1, Nolan Arenado. You know, the brilliant third baseman for Colorado. The pitch swung on and foul back 2-2. Arenado had a 28-game hitting streak go down the drain tonight in Cincinnati. He went 0 for 3. His last at-bat, he walked, though he didn't have one more chance to keep the streak alive. And also, the Rockies lost the game to Cincinnati. Joey Votto hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th. Reds won at 4-3. 2-2 pitch in the dirt, and the count goes all the way to Hunter Pence. Beautiful evening. The temperature at game time 64 degrees. So very comfortable. A brilliant blue canopy at sunset time here in Los Angeles. A sliver of sunshine still in the upper deck and down in a corner of the right field pavilion. Pence fouls another pitch away, and the count remains 3-2. It's one of those lovely evenings at sunset time. Here at Dodger Stadium, you can look out beyond the hill in center field, and you see the mountains etched up against that powder blue skyline. It is a great time for just about everything, including a Giant Dodger game. 3-2 pitch is fouled away again. So Hunter Pence, as usual, keeps you very busy. Pence has hit safely in 13 of his last 16 games. He is the equivalent of the Iron Man in the National League. He has started 206 consecutive games. That's the longest streak in the National League. Prince Fielder has a good one in the American League, and Pence fouls another pitch back. Fielder has made 540 starts. And typical of Pence, he was the only Giant who played in every game last year, and he's the only one who has played every game this year. So Hunter waiting 3-2. This will be the 10th pitch coming to him. And Mahalam ready and comes back 3-2, and it's inside, ball 4, and Pence wins the battle. So 1 out. Hunter Pence draws the walk, and the batter now will be Buster Posey. Buster Posey hitting .286. Just as we talked about Angel Pagan, you should also note about Buster Posey. He's hitting .286. In his career with men on base, he's hitting .327. And he has a man on base for sure in Hunter Pence, and the pitch high and away, ball 1. The Giants do not run very much. In fact, the two men who do the running, Pagan and Pence. Pagan has stolen 6 out of 8. Pence has stolen 5 out of 6. So as Pagan watches, Pence takes his lead. And the 1-0 pitch on the way, breaking ball low. And the count 2 balls and no strikes. Posey has made 30 starts for the Giants, 26 as a catcher, and then 4 at first base. Posey back up and waiting. Mahalam a look over at Pence. Now the 2-0 pitch on the way, fouled off to the right, out of play, and the count 2-1. Game 3 tomorrow afternoon at 1:10. That'll be Matt Cain and Zach Greinke. Cain was trying to make a ham and cheese sandwich and lacerated a finger with a sharp knife, and I don't mean to chuckle, but ball players can have the darndest things happen. So he couldn't pitch, but he can now, and he'll be on the mound tomorrow against Greinke. 2-1 pitch, and that's a strike, and the count 2-2. The Sunday matchup, Tim Hudson for San Francisco and Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers. So as Hudson deep in thought, watching the ball game, Kershaw making his notes. They'll collide on Sunday. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Here comes the pitch, and that's fouled away. For Mahalam, that's not a good sign. There have already been far too many foul balls here in the first inning. So they're not quite getting to him, but almost. And of course, every foul ball is an extra pitch. And you can bet Mattingly, with Rick Honeycutt doing the counting, watching very carefully. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes Mahalam. It's swung on, golfed at, and beaten down into the dirt. So Posey is still there. So Pence kind of wore him out. A 10-pitch at bat when he walked. And now here's Posey, and he's doing the best to keep the at bat alive. There have been 8 foul balls already, and Posey is only the 3rd hitter in the game. So Mahalam trying to put somebody away. The 2-2 pitch on the way, the left-hander deals. Guess what? Fouled away. So 9 foul balls. So if you look at his pitch count, he's made 19 pitches, and 9 of them foul balls. He has 1 out on a foul fly ball to right. Now working on Posey, and waiting is Michael Morse. Mahalam looks in. Long look. Now a check of Pence. Back he comes, and there's a line drive base hit to center. Pence to second, and he will hold on as Matt Kemp gets the ball back in. So after all those pitches, you wind up with a walk and a base hit. And it's all because Mahalam has not been able to put a hitter away. So first and second with 1 out, and the batter is Michael Morse. You hear the old expression about pitching to contact. And that's all well and good. If the contact is a fair ball, it winds up being an out. But when you just keep burning up pitches on foul balls, that is not a good sign at all. Now Michael Morse. They wanted power from their left fielder. They had only 5 all last year. Morse has hit 8. He takes low, ball 1, 1-0. The Giants, and you find interesting, when the Giants won the championship in 2012, believe it or not, they were last in home runs, and yet they were the world champions. So it shows you that home runs can indeed be stressed a little over much. The next pitch swung on and missed, and the count 1-1. Well, this Giant club it's on a pace to hit almost as many home runs as 2012 and 2013 combined. And people like Hicks, Brandon Crawford is not a home run hitter, but he gets the job done. The 1-1 pitch, Morris takes a strike on the inside corner. Looked like a little cutter. Michael backs out, looks at young Will Little. Little has been in the minor leagues. He's from Tennessee. Though the pitch catching the inside corner. Little, 30 years old. And the 1-2 pitch to Michael Morse. Taken just inside. 2-2. So Mahalam now has already made 24 pitches. Waiting on deck, Brandon Belt. Don Mattingly, I think, a little annoyed, thinking there should be more strikes than balls. 2-2 the count. Mahalam ready. Here he comes. High bouncer up the middle. Backhanded by Gordon. On the bag for one. Throws to first. Double play. And that is the Mahalam trademark. 192 grounded double plays behind Mahalam. And with his signature pitch, he's out of the jam at the end of half an inning. Giants nothing. Dodgers coming up. Dodgers get out of a first inning jam as Michael Morse grounds into a double play. Now we'll be going to the bottom of the first inning, and we'll take a look at the lineup card of Don Mattingly. And it shapes up this way. Dee Gordon, who started that double play, leads off at second base. Yasiel Puig, who caught the high foul ball down the right field line, hitting second. Then you have Hanley Ramirez at short, Adrian Gonzalez at first, then Matt Kemp in center, Scott Van Slyke in left field. Miguel Olivo makes his first appearance in a Dodger uniform at Dodger Stadium. Justin Turner at third, Paul Mahalam the pitcher. And on the mound, a pitcher indeed, Madison Bumgarner. Bumgarner has won as many as 16 games. He did that in 2012. And a lot of good notes about Madison. For instance, here at Dodger Stadium, he is 6-2 with an earned run average of less than 2. And a big slow curveball inside at the shoulder. 1 ball and no strikes to Dee Gordon. Dee hitting .338, 1 home run, 10 runs batted in. And I think we mentioned earlier that despite the fact the Dodgers load the lineup with right-handers, the left-hand hitters have given Bumgarner more trouble than anyone else. Gordon fouling the pitch off, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Madison Bumgarner, a big fella. He's 6'5", 235. Out of Hickory, North Carolina. Lives in Lenoir, North Carolina. So a Tar Heel looks in to get a sign from Buster Posey. And a 1 ball, 1 strike count to Gordon, who promptly hits it foul down the left field line in the lower deck, and the count 1-2. Madison Bumgarner comes in here 1-1, 3-3 against the league. He is 1-2 at home and much better on the road. The 1-2 pitch, Gordon lines one, foul down the right field line. To illustrate the point on Bumgarner, at home he has a record of 1-2 and an earned run average of 5.8, almost 6. On the road he is 2-1 and his earned run average is 1.4. So interesting, you would expect him to pitch far better at AT&T Park. Madison checking, looks in to get a sign, and the left-hander's 1-2 pitch fouled away. So now we'll see whether Bumgarner has the same problem of hitters not going down and fouling them off. So D. Gordon, who has become a solid second baseman and a fixture atop the heap, and each day, of course, he grows more and more mature and more confident. The 1-2 pitch, fastball hit in the air to center. It's playable. Pagan goes back, waits, and squeezes it for the out, and we have one down. Take a look at the Giants defensively. It's Belt and Hicks on the right side, Crawford, Sandoval on the left, Morse, Pagan, and Pence, Posey behind the plate, and Bumgarner on the mound. Yasiel Puig coming up, and among other things, Puig has an 8-game hitting streak, putting that on the line. 14 for 33, and that has shot his average up to 310. He's hitting .357 against left-hand pitching. Bumgarner ready, deals. First pitch, a high fly ball to shallow left center. It'll be Pagan. He's the captain out there to make the catch. So Puig couldn't wait and lifts a fly ball, and just like that, 2 down in the first inning. Dodgers, among other things, not only trying to beat the Giants, trying to snap a little 2-game losing streak. They have not lost 3 in a row this year, and they don't want to do it here at home. So with 2 out, Hanley Ramirez, while Dan Harron and Josh Beckett exchange notes on the rail. Most of the time, pitchers have a tendency to hang out with pitchers. Hanley hitting .261, 4 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Bumgarner into the windup. Ramirez showing bunt, takes a strike, and the count 0-1. Hanley Ramirez going up against Madison Bumgarner, hitting just .200, 4 for 20, no home runs. Now the next one to Hanley is taken low and away. Again, they're loading up. We see a lot of it now. In fact, it's hardly worth mentioning. 3 Giants on the left side. Brandon Belt almost halfway between first and second. Now the 1-1 pitch on the way. Off speed, swung on and missed. And the count 1-2. Couple of baseball notes about Bumgarner. First of all, he's a strikeout pitcher. Keep that in mind. He has a very good move to first. He's picked off a couple. He is not a ground ball pitcher. And of course, that's already been shown. Both Gordon and Puig hit fly balls. We mentioned that he pitches very, very well on the road. A couple of other things to know about him. The 1-2 pitch is swung on. Another one, a fly ball to Angel Pagan in center field. So you get the picture for sure. After 3 hitters, he is not a ground ball, where Paul Maholm certainly is. And at the end of an inning, no score. Second inning, no score in the ball game here at Dodger Stadium. The Giants at first and second with one out. Michael Morse bounced into a double play, and the Dodgers went out in order on 3 fly balls to center field. Coming up for the Giants now, Brandon Belt, and then Pablo Sandoval, followed by Brandon Hicks, the young second baseman. Brandon Belt has 9 home runs. Interestingly enough, 8 of the 9 have been hit on the road. And Mahalan promptly hits him on the left hand with the first pitch. And Brandon Belt in a crouch trying to rub it off. Got the thumb, apparently, the way he's gripping the hand. Takes the batting glove off, kind of sticks the thumb out as if to say that's the guilty party. So time for the moment as Brandon Belt tries to recover. Big first baseman, power hitter. And the pitch was up. He tried to get away, and it got him right on the left thumb. So Belt trying to hang in there. He's a big Texan. He's from Nacogdoches. Went to the University of Texas. Another thing about Brandon Belt, against right-handers, he's hitting .241, and against left-handers, .311. So he gives left-handers a very bad time, and now a Dodger left-hander gives him a bad time. He's going to hang in there. Brandon Belt, 26 years old, been with the Giants since 2011. Doesn't look like the left thumb is bruised. He's going to give it his best shot. Gonzalez, no doubt, empathizes. So a runner, and here comes Pablo. Sandoval is hitting only .175, a multi-talented switch hitter who usually has big years with the bat. And, of course, for the Giants, it's kind of a comforting note for them, thinking, you know what, here we are in first place, and Pablo's not hitting. So Belt takes his lead at first. Out of his stretch comes Mahalan, and the fastball down and away. Ball 1, 1-0. Sandoval, 5'11", give or take 240-pounder out of Venezuela. Was the World Series MVP in 2012. He had a .500 batting average in the series. Pablo with the runner going, grounds one to third. Turner, no play there. Throws to Gonzalez in time for the out at first. So Belt advancing. He was going, hit and run play. Sandoval out 5-3. Belt goes to second, and the batter now Brandon Hicks. Still checking that thumb of Brandon Belt. D. Gordon over to say something to him, and here's Hicks. Hicks has not been hitting. In fact, last night he struck out 3 times, but he did make contact once, and that was a home run in the 7th inning that tied up the game. Brandon, right-hand batter, takes one at his feet. Great save by Olivo. 1 ball and no strikes. That thing had wild pitch all over it. So a runner at second, 1 out, and Hicks trying to advance at least. One ball and no strikes to Brandon. Trying to replace Marco Scutaro. The 1-0 pitch is high. Scutaro, of course, a marvelous second baseman, out with a bad back. Last night, a big high breaking ball, and Hicks promptly deposited it right over the wall, just above the window of the Dodger bullpen, 360 feet away. He will take it. He has a half a dozen. The 2-0 pitch on the way is lifted to right field. Puig coming over to the line. Tagging up is Brandon Belt. Belt is not going to come, and the throw across the diamond cut off nicely by Hanley Ramirez. So Yasiel goes hunting with that rifle arm of his, and that keeps Belt, who looks like he is in some pain out there at second base. Hit by a thumb. You can see a little bruise. I believe that's the bruise at the base of the thumb. And it's still hurting him, that's for sure. 2 down, and Brandon Crawford, who really put on a clinic last night how to play shortstop. Crawford hitting .257, 3 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Left-hand hitter takes a pitch just off the corner, ball 1. Crawford not only dazzling at shortstop, he's reached base safely 13 of his last 14 games, 12 hits and 7 walks. And he's really been giving left-hand pitching a very bad time as he fouls another pitch away. All he's doing as a left-handed batter is hitting .417 against left-hand pitching. Last year, show you the improvement. Last year he hit less than .200 against lefties. So Crawford trying to pick up Belt from second base. 2 down, second inning, no score. The 34th pitch coming up from Mahalam. Slow breaking ball in for a strike. And the count 1-2. Mahalam just throws that big bender in there. So Crawford with the pitcher Bumgarner. And by the way, Bumgarner is a very good hitting pitcher. He's on deck. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Away, a throw down to second base, and just getting back is Belt. Oh, that was close. Miguel Olivo came so close to picking him off. Ramirez ducked in behind him. There was daylight. However, Belt, with his right hand reaching for the bag, got back. He's not going to reach with his left, you can bet. So 2-2 the count for the Dodgers, so near and yet so far. And the 2-2 pitch coming up to Brandon Crawford. And it's a breaking ball lifted back a third down the line. 3 Dodgers. Turner backhands it on the run. So Mahalam gets out of the jam. We'll see whether Brandon Belt can continue in the game. And at the end of an inning and a half, no score.
For the Giants, number 13, Joaquin Arias.
Bottom of the second inning, no score in the ball game, but we have a casualty. Brandon Belt, who was struck on the left thumb by a Paul Mahalam pitch, has had to come out. He cannot answer the bell, so the Giants play Joaquin Arias at first. Belt coming down. Boshi took a look. Flannery talked to him. And the next thing you know, Brandon figured that he just can't play. So Belt goes out. Arias takes over at first base. And the Dodgers now will have Adrian Gonzalez, Matt Kemp, and Scott Van Slyke. As we mentioned, when Bumgarner pitches, the instinct is to load up with right-hand batters. But he's done a great job of shutting down right-handers. The left-handers are hitting better than 300 against him. The Dodgers don't have that many in the lineup. but they do have Gonzalez and Gordon. And the first pitch to Adrian, and that works its way on the outside corner for a strike. Brandon Hicks has become an outfielder. Whenever Gonzalez comes up, Hicks is no longer a second baseman. He's a shallow right fielder, and that's where he plays right now. 0-1 to count. The next pitch to Gonzalez, a slow curve. He hesitates and takes it for strike 2. 0-2 to count to Adrian. Madison Bumgarner, his hits per 9 innings has decreased for the last 4 years, but so far this year he's had a rather dramatic increase. If you go back to 2010, he allowed more than 9 hits, 9.6. Gonzalez, a towering fly ball to shallow left. Going out is Crawford. Coming in is the left fielder Morris to make the catch. So Gonzalez, the fly ball to left field. The Dodgers against left-handers are struggling, to say the least. They have a very low batting average, second for that matter from the bottom. Cleveland hitting only .213, and the Dodgers registering only .216 against left-hand pitchers. Of course, that's not just left-hand starters. Against starters, the Dodgers are 5-4 and a perfect 4-0 on the road. But Bumgarner, we'll talk about the hits. Checking in now as Matt Kemp takes ball 1. 9.6 in 2010. Cut that down to 8.9. The next year, 7.9. Then last year, 6.5. But whoops, this year, right now, 10.9. The 1-0 pitch, a bullet hit just foul down the left field line. So Matt will come back. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count. So Kemp really drills it. The ball hooks and goes foul, bouncing up into the stands. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Gonzalez flied to left. Boy, you talk about a statistic and you say, well, Bumgarner is not a ground ball pitcher. He's got 4 outs, all fly balls. Madison ready, and the 1-1 pitch on the way. Fastball swung on and foul tipped, and the count 1-2. One of my favorite thoughts about any pitcher is Bumgarner. The fact that he pitched a shutout in Wrigley Field 2 years ago. The wind was blowing out at 30 miles an hour. Meanwhile, Matt Kemp, a fly ball, going back and short of the track. Pagan makes the catch. So we've had 5 outs, 5 fly balls, 4 putouts to the center fielder, Angel Pagan. So there really is an angel in the outfield, and the batter is Scott Van Slyke. 2 out, bottom of the second inning, no score in the ball game. Scotty hitting .262, 3 home runs, 5 runs batted in. Bumgarner ready. Madison delivers, works it high. Ball 1, 1-0. Van Slyke 2 for 5, limited service against Bumgarner. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Van Slyke takes off the plate, ball 2. Looking at Joaquin Arias playing first base. It's the first time he's played that position this year. 12th time he has played first base in his career. The 2-0 pitch on the way, and that's high. So if you're going to lose an infielder, I guess Bumgarner is the best pitcher because he doesn't usually get very many ground balls anyway. So Boshi watches, and Bumgarner deals 3-0, and that's low and away for ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Van Slyke, and that will bring up Miguel Olivo. Olivo, in his very first appearance at Dodger Stadium, although he certainly has been here before, played with the Padres and the Marlins and the Rockies, along with several major league teams, American League. He was last year with the Marlins last year. Miguel is one of those fellows who had the big thrill of a lifetime. He hit a home run in his first major league at bat. Right-hand batter takes a slow curveball low, ball 1. Very much into weightlifting. and he looks like it. He's an 6-footer, 230 pounds, and I mean built like you would expect a catcher to be built. Right-hand batter waiting. The 1-0 pitch on the way, swung on late and missed. Sneaky fastball at 93. Olivo unable to catch up to that. Olivo is related to former Major League catcher and manager Tony Pena. He's also related, you might remember, to a Major League pitcher, Chichi Olivo. Miguel waiting. 1 ball and 1 strike. There goes the runner. The pitch missed at the plate. Posey throws down on a hop, not in time. It's interesting, in the, 8 games now that we've seen the Giants and the Dodgers, I really remember only one Posey throw that got to second base on the fly. Every single throw he's made is on a hop. I guess it's okay if you get the job done, but it doesn't show you a cannon-like arm from a catcher. And, of course, the Dodgers will run on anybody anyway. So Van Slyke steals a base. The 1-2 pitch. Olivo hits a high fly ball into left center. And there is Pagan making his 5th putout in 2 innings. And we've had 6 fly balls against Madison Bumgarner. And at the end of 2, no score. Say, friends, a reminder tomorrow, the first 40,000 fans in attendance receive a Dodger Stadium-themed pennant. And after the game with the Giants, fans can enjoy the Dodgers Old-Timers game featuring former Dodger players from the past 6 decades, all presented by Security Benefit. For tickets and more information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions. Paul Maholm has failed to get a strike on his first pitch. Let's see what he does with Bumgarner. It's fouled away, and that got a chunk out of Olivo. 0-1 to count. Olivo bitten on the right hand by that foul ball. No way to hide it. You know, normally with the bases empty, the catcher's going to hide his throwing arm and hand behind his right leg. And he did, but the hand was dangling, and that foul ball found it. Strike 1 pitch on the way. Foul ball, 0-2. Bumgarner, by the way, is a good hitter. For instance, he is 4 for 12. That's a .333 batting average. He has a double, would you believe? He has a grand slam and 5 RBIs this year. Left-hand pitcher, right-hand batter. Maholm ready. And the strike 2 pitch, a little tapper slowly to Gordon. D picks it up and throws him out. So that takes care of Bumgarner. 1 away here in the 3rd inning.
Batting next, center fielder, number 16.
Then the busiest man in town. Is he ever open for business? That would be Angel Pagan. He's had 5 putouts in center field in 2 innings. The only other putout was Gonzalez's fly ball to Michael Morse. So here's Pagan. Terrific player and means so much to the Giants. They were not the same team when he was out with a bad hamstring pull. Now he's back healthy, playing well, takes a strike. Pagan is from Puerto Rico, and he described his area as a drug and gang-ridden projects on the north coast of Puerto Rico. The strike one pitch on the way, grounded foul up along third. Growing up in that kind of an area, I'm sure it was very tough to be an Angel, but he has survived it. Pagan's first manager and coach and teacher was his mother, Gloria. She was a terrific softball player. She played in a men's league, fast pitch league, and she was a key to his career. 0-2 to Angel Pagan. Reaches for a slow curve, hits a fly ball down the right field line. It is going to drop foul and kick back up into the stands. Pagan figured it was going to be foul. You know why? He ran all the way down the line carrying the bat. So no balls and 2 strikes they count. One thing that Pagan finally decided he would give up. When he was about 13, he frequented a batting cage near a building where the great Puerto Rican welterweight boxing champion Felix Tito Trinidad trained. And he could look through the gym's open door, and he would watch the brutal regimen that allowed Trinidad to be in such great shape. Strike 2 pitch is in there, and down he goes on 3. So 2 out in the 3rd inning. Mahalam fires it in there, a high strike above the belt. In this day and age, that's considered a high strike. So with 2 out, the batter is Hunter Pence. No score here in the 3rd inning. Pence checking in, and the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Dodgers load up the left side. Pence, highly energetic, as we pointed out. One of those kids who just grew up working and never stopped. Strike 1 pitch, a little ground ball. It'll be the shortstop. Ramirez double clutches, makes the throw, and it's a quick inning for Paul Mahalam. 1-2-3. And at the end of 2.5 innings, it remains Giants nothing, Dodgers nothing. Bottom of the third, no score in the ball game. The Giants, the Dodgers, and their fans are here. Quite a crowd tonight on a beautiful evening. For the Dodgers, Justin Turner, Paul Maholm, and then Dee Gordon. Turner getting a chance to play against a left-hander. And, of course, that's one of the difficult spots. The fact that he gets a chance to play just once in a while. It's reflected in the fact he's hitting just 173. Bumgarner delivers. First ball is a chopper inside third and down the line. Turner on his way for two. He will make it easily without a play. So Justin Turner doubles inside third. A diving Sandoval. Couldn't knock it down. Couldn't get to it. Sounded almost like Turner cracked the bat. However, he got it by Sandoval inside the line for a double. And now Maholm, Gordon, and Puig trying to pick him up. So Justin taking his lead at second base. Arias and Sandoval are both on the grass looking bunt. Maholm shows bunt, tries to bunt it and misses, and the count 0-1. And looking at Maholm, he does have 3 sacrifices this year. 0-1 the count. Turner with Crawford right behind him, short lead. The bunt is missed again, and the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Bumgarner pitching out of his stretch. Madison will be 25 in August. The bunt is down. Posey's only play is to first. So Maholm does his job. Turner advancing to third on the sacrifice. So it's not that easy to bunt, but Maholm got it down and with 2 strikes. So that would be his 4th sacrifice bunt. Here's the form. Just let it hit the bat and die. Sometimes I always think of a poached egg on toast if it's bunted properly. No life to it. It just kind of sits there. So now they pull the corners up. In fact, Hicks is halfway. Crawford is not quite halfway, but almost. So they're not really up. And we'll see about Gordon trying to pick him up. He had a long fly ball. That would have done the job here. But that was in the first inning leading off the game. Dee checks a swing. It'll cost him a strike. Dee Gordon in his leadoff role has 10 runs batted in. So Turner listening to Lorenzo Bundy as he comes down the line from third. 0-1 to count to Gordon. Bumgarner out of his set, comes back, and this time it's down and away. Posey catching it on his left knee. 1-1 to count. Bumgarner from Hudson, North Carolina. That's a town of about 2,800, maybe an hour and a half northwest of Charlotte. Madison ready. The 1-1 pitch coming up to D. Gordon swings right through it, and the count 1-2. Letter high fastball. D shaking his head. 1-2 the count. Waiting on deck, Yasiel Puig. Madison married his high school sweetheart on Valentine's Day 2010. He asked his young bride what she would want as a wedding gift, and she wanted a calf. The 1-2 pitch is high and away. 2-2. The story was exaggerated. The first story was, well, she wanted a 5-day-old bull calf. And he said, no. She just wanted a calf. 2-2 the count. Gordon trying to get Turner home. No score. Third inning, 1 out. Madison a high set. Big leg kick. Now to the plate. Fastball is slapped foul down the line. Fastball at 94. Gordon just happy to get the bat on it. So still 2 balls, 2 strikes. When you talk to Bumgarner about North Carolina, and he's willing to talk about Caldwell County, I mean, they really belong to that county. His father's family goes back over 100 years, settled in Caldwell County in North Carolina. Left-hander ready, Gordon waits, and the 2-2 pitch coming up. Fastball chopped down to Hicks, the right side. He'll make the play, and of course Turner had nowhere to go. So Gordon, a one-hopper to Hicks, and it's up to Puig now to get the run home. Puig with the 8-game hitting streak, fly to center in the first inning. Bumgarner going down on his seat and then watching the play. So with 2 down, Puig coming up. The infield now goes back to a normal depth. Gordon, Puig, and Ramirez all hit fly balls to center. They would have loved to have had one earlier in this inning. They would have had a run. So Puig waits, Bumgarner ready, Madison delivers, and a check swing foul. Puig didn't swing at it. It was really a case of the ball hitting the bat. 0-1 to count to Yasiel. He's been terrific, especially with runners in scoring position. .444 average, 2 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Now, of course, the toughest of all, a runner in scoring position with 2 out. 0-1 to count. Puig waits. Bumgarner set. Madison delivers, and this one is away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bumgarner figures to be an ace for the Giants for many years, considering the fact, as you look at him right now, he's only 24. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch on the way is taken a little high and inside. Ball 2, 2-1. Waiting on deck, Hanley Ramirez. Dodgers 3.5 games back of the Giants. Colorado, they lost tonight. Colorado 1 game back. Dodgers are under 500 at home. The difference, Giants are over 500 both home and road. Here's the 2-1 pitch coming up to Yasiel Puig, and that's taken low and inside. Ball 3. Dodgers at home 6 wins, 10 losses. On the road, they're 13-7. For the Dodgers to play poorly at home, 6-10, they haven't had that bad a start in a couple of years. Paul Maholm trying to lead them back out of the wilderness. Dodgers, when they were 6-9 starting year at home back in 2006, they still won the wild card. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Yasiel Puig, swung on and fouled away. And one of the really bad starts for the Dodgers at home, 1995. They were 5-11 to start the year at home, turned around and won the National League West. On the other side of the coin, the Giants are off to a great start, 21-13, and their best start, 25-9. And won the West that year by 15.5 games in 203. So interesting to see the numbers and how they will apply this year. 3-2 to Yasiel Puig, and it is called strike 3 on the outside corner. And for Bumgarner, just took a little off it. His fastball has been 94, 93. That was 89, and Puig was caught, and the Dodgers leave Turner. So at the end of 3, no score. Play is brought to you by Honda. This is not a drill. Get a great deal on a new Honda right now during the Spring Into a Honda sales event. Fourth inning, no score in the ball game. Each side stifled in the first inning. The Giants had runners at first and second, one out, and Michael Morse hit into a double play. And the Dodgers had a runner at second, nobody out, and left him at third. So we go to the fourth, no score. Second time around for Posey, Morse, and Arias. Remember, Brandon Belt struck on the left thumb, had to come out. Big slow curveball in for a strike to Posey, and the count 0-1. Buster, oldest of four. He has two brothers and a sister. Shades of Jeff Bagwell, the way he stands at the plate. Takes a pitch low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Big man on campus at Florida State. They say they used to sing songs to him when he came up. Hail to the Buster. The 1-1 pitch is a broken bat, pop fly into shallow center. Gordon goes out and makes the catch. So Posey has the bat disintegrate. Young man has a sliver. Giant fan of Lincecum, carrying that thing up the aisle is not worth anything, but maybe something to him. So 1 away on the pop fly to Gordon, and the batter will be Michael Morse. Michael hit that big high bouncer up the middle, and Gordon turned it into a double play. 8 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Ball 1. Morse, another big man. He's at least 6'4". And a high fly ball down the right field line. It's going foul. Puig comes over and one-hands it in the corner. So Yasiel has handled 2 in foul ground. He started the game catching the foul ball off the bat of Angel Pagan. So Morse fouls to right. Boy, Yasiel had to come a long way, and one-hands it, just crossing the chalk. I mean, with a big power-hitting right-hander, he was over in right center. But with great speed and the ball high enough, he was able to get under it. Nice play. So 2 down in the 4th inning, and a strike to Joaquin Arias. Finishing up for Brandon Belt. We hate to see any player hurt on any team. Belt is one of those fine young players that we hope and be able to play tomorrow. Ground ball foul outside of first. So Arias waiting. Brandon Belt, big high fastball, got him right on the left thumb. He stayed in at first base, went on to second base. Looked like he was in pain all the time, and finally had to come out. The next pitch to Arias, fouled away. Joaquin is accustomed to crowds. Let's put it that way. He has 7 brothers and sisters. He's from Santo Domingo. He is the youngest of his father's 21 children. And a soft line drive, just foul. So Arias pulls it foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Boy, talk about a tough way to grow up. Arias' family, obviously very poor, and the parents and 8 children shared 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. I mean, can you just hear the kids pounding on the door? Will you get out of there? 5 boys and 3 girls. Breaking ball in the dirt. 1-2 the count. New ball put in play by Will Little. So Paul Maholm, no score, 4th inning. Picked up a strikeout when he got Pagan. Had a very tough first inning as Sandoval waits. Maholm with a lot of foul balls, was forced to make 25 pitches. The next one on the inside corner, strike 3 to Arias. Down go the Giants in order. That's 9 in a row since he hit Brandon Belt. And we're heading for the bottom of the 4th. No score. And Giants, and the first 40,000 fans in attendance will receive a Mother's Day clutch. Compliments of Mother's Cookies. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions today. 9 in a row retired by Paul Maholm. No score. Looks like, oh no, she's on the phone. Why would I think a child of 8 or 9 would be asleep as long as there's a cell phone near? And then, of course, they grow up a little older and a little more enthusiastic, and life is wonderful. Faces in the crowd. They're fun to watch. Meanwhile, faces on the field. Hanley Ramirez, a little late on a high fastball, 0-1. Hanley flied to center in the first inning. We've had one ground ball, which is about right for Bumgarner. That was Gordon who grounded out. 0-2. Texas and Boston had a big ball game going on tonight. Yu Darvish had a no-hitter into the 9th inning with 2 out. That's going to be popped up. Angling out is the second baseman Hicks and makes the catch. So Ramirez pops up. 1 away in the 4th. And anyway, that possible no-hitter went up in smoke. Fly ball, I think it was, into right field for a base hit. More details later, but Darvish losing another chance at a no-hitter in the 9th inning. 1 out in the 4th. Adrian Gonzalez flied to left field in the 2nd inning. So interesting. Bumgarner gives up all these pop flies and fly balls, but when he needed the ground ball with a runner at third, he got it with D. Gordon. Ball 1. Looking at the Dodgers and the history going up against Bumgarner, Adrian has had a lot of trouble with him, hitting just 154. Good fastball up and in. 1-1. Yasiel Puig has a home run, not tonight, but had one. Juan Uribe had one. Uribe with a mild hamstring, and they're not taking any chances with that. 2-1 the count now to Adrian Gonzalez. Madison Bumgarner 9-4 in his career against the Dodgers. 6-2 against them here at Dodger Stadium. 2-1. Fastball on the hands. 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, one out, bases empty, bottom of the fourth. Two-two pitch. High breaking ball that dips into the zone, and down goes Gonzalez. Disappearing, of course. Little holler coming out from Don Mattingly. So down goes Gonzalez. 2 out in the fourth. Second strikeout for Bumgarner. And Matt Kemp, who flied to center in the second inning, coming up. David Ortiz singled into the teeth of the shift with 2 out. And it was the second time that Darvish has lost a no-hitter or even a perfect game. Last April, he had one going with 2 outs in the 9th inning against Houston. So David Ortiz, Big Papa, breaks it up. One ball and no strikes. Young Will Little getting in a little bit from the Dodger hitters and an occasional outburst from Don Mattingly. One ball and no strikes. Breaking ball misses. Picket fence on the left. Hicks, Crawford, and Sandoval. Outfield fanned out deep and straight away. 2-0. 2-1. Matt flied to center in the second inning. Kemp having a big problem making contact. He struck out 36 times. 3-1. Waiting on deck, Scott Van Slyke. Hanley Ramirez 0 for 2, trying to figure things out. And foul ball to make it 3-2. Madison Bumgarner on the mound for the Giants, trying to continue their good roll. They say it's all part of the Bumgarner legend, I guess, but as a child, they say his first word was ball. And they have a picture when he was 15 months old, shows him with a baseball in his left hand at 15 months. 3-2 is a line drive base hit to left field. For the Dodgers, their second hit, so they've had 3 base runners. Kemp, who was just singled, Van Slyke, who walked, and Turner, who doubled. So Matt, line drive into left field, and that will bring up Van Slyke, who walked in the second inning. Matt Kemp, once upon a time, a very big base stealing threat. Pretty conservative lead right now as Van Slyke settles in. Fastball fouled away. Matt Kemp has been involved in 5 stolen base attempts. Successful 3 of the 5. Ramirez and Mattingly watching to see what develops here. 0-1 the count to Van Slyke. No score, bottom of the fourth. 1-1. No runs, 1 hit for the Giants. That was a single by Posey in the first inning. No runs, 2 hits for the Dodgers. Turner's double, Kemp's single. That's fouled off. Kemp certainly was not reading Bumgarner very well on that pitch. He was leaning back towards first base. We told you that Bumgarner, among other things, has picked off 2, and he has a very good move. One ball, 2 strikes. That was a commercial move. That was not his best move at all. But the pitchers will do that. They learn to try and lull you and say, this is the best I have. And you think, oh, good, I can run on him, and wham. 1-2. Another easy thing to read. Two and two. It seems like just the pitcher playing catch with the catcher, but there is so much going on with a runner on base. You have Posey checking with Bochy, not that he's thinking pitch out 2-2, but then Bumgarner holding the runner on, and with all that going on, it's 3-2. So with 2 down, Kemp will be going. Bochy, a former catcher, passing messages along to Buster Posey. 3-2. Kemp goes late, and a high fly ball to left field. Looks playable. Going back on the track is Morse, and makes the catch. Another fly ball. So the Dodgers wind up with a 2-out single and nothing else. And at the end of 4, no score. We're going to the top of the 5th inning. No score in the ball game. Last night, when the series began, we talked about the last 3 games we saw between the Giants and the Dodgers. They were up there at AT&T Park. The first game took 12 innings, and the Giants won it 3-2. The next day, the Giants came back and won it 2-1. And then the final game of the series, the Dodgers came back to win 2-1. Last night, they were 1-1 into the 10th inning. And this looks like it's going to be another one of those push versus shove. Sandoval grounded to third in the second inning, 0 for 1. Pablo, switch hitter, ambidextrous, takes a strike, 0-2. Paul Maholm on a 0-2 count, and a mile-high foul ball back into the stand. Sandoval is somewhat notorious for hitting pitches out of the strike zone. Take a look at this location. I mean, it's up over his head. And yet he's so optimistic he's going to run to first base just in case. Put the ball in the stand. No balls and 2 strikes to Pablo. And a fly ball to center, heading for Kemp's glove. 1 away. For Maholm, he's on a roll now. He has retired 10 in a row since he hit Brandon Belt. Brandon Hicks flied to right field in the second inning. We mentioned earlier for Hicks, big role to fill. Marco Scutaro had such a tremendous time with the Giants. Scutaro coming out with a bad back in spring training and never could get started. So the door's wide open for Hicks. He doesn't think about replacing Scutaro. He's just trying to make the ball club and stay himself. One ball, now 2. Scutaro in 2012, to give you an idea, hit .362. He was just a power of strength for the Giants. Hicks isn't that kind of a hitter. That's off the plate. Even last year, Scutaro hit .290. He was second to Matt Carpenter. The 3-0 pitch in there. Brandon Hicks out of College Station, Texas, went to Texas A&M. Third round pick, hitting right behind him, Brandon Crawford. 3-1. Ball 4. So after retiring 10 in a row, Maholm gives up his second walk.
Shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
And Brandon Crawford coming up. Juan Uribe out with a mild hamstring. That's the way they put it. But what they're going to do is be ultra conservative about it. It's mild, and they'd like to keep it that way until it heals. Meanwhile, the Dodgers trying to get along without him, and that's going to be tough. And a drive to right and deep. Back goes Puig, watching this one go into the pavilion. And just like that, after 10 in a row, a walk and a home run. And Maholm and the Dodgers are in trouble 2-0. Well, Brandon Crawford puts his brand on that one. And no doubt about it, as soon as he made contact, I think everybody knew that was gone. Crawford is really on a tear. He's reached base safely 14 of 15 games now, with 13 hits and 7 walks. And remember, we told you coming into the game, he was hitting .417 against left-hand pitching. Bumgarner drives one to right, and Puig at the gate makes a catch.
Coming to the plate, number 16, Angel Pagan.
So Brandon Crawford, who hit the first pitch for a home run, and that's somewhat interesting. Almost every first pitch that Mahalam has made in the game up to now missed the strike zone. And he finally gets a first pitch that's hittable. Boom. Crawford hits the home run. So it's 2-0 San Francisco in the fifth. And the batter now will be Angel Pagan, who fouled out to right and struck out. Big breaking ball misses. Ball one. That home run given up by Mahalam, by the way, 6. You might be a little surprised to know who has given up the most home runs on the staff. Is Greinke, 7. 1-1 the count to Pagan. When the Dodgers check in the bottom of the fifth inning, it'll be Miguel Olivo, Justin Turner, and then Mahalam. 1-1. Ball 2. Pagan last night was 0 for 3, and then in the 7th inning he doubled, and eventually in the 10th inning he walked and scored on a sacrifice fly. 2-1. Ground ball to Gordon. So down go the Giants, but not before Hicks walks and Crawford hits the first pitch into the right field pavilion. And at the end of 4.5 innings, 2-0 San Francisco. Bottom of the fifth inning, 2-0 Giants. Friends, follow every Dodger game with MLB.com at bat on your favorite mobile phone or tablet. Get live look-ins, instant replay, scores, stats, audio, free MLB.tv game of the day, and more. So download on the App Store or visit Dodgers.com today. Brandon Crawford, the pride of UCLA, comes up to hit a big home run. He was 3 for 6 in the past against Mahalam anyway, so it wasn't as if it was a great surprise, but nevertheless, Crawford hits it out. Of course, you know, his first major league hit was a grand slam against the Milwaukee Brewers back in 2011. Meanwhile, good late breaking pitch to Olivo. 0-1. To Miguel. 1-1. Interesting, it's back in 2006. Olivo became the first player in Major League history to finish a season with at least 100 strikeouts and fewer than 13 walks. There were 9 walks. 2-1 the count. Olivo has a very good arm. In fact, I'm not sure how many years ago, but his throw from the plate to second base was clocked at 98 miles an hour, and tried that without a windup. And looking over the years, his batting average around 240, 245. That'd be about his career batting average. Why did he become a catcher? Well, his dad was a catcher, amateur ball, and he just followed in his father's footsteps. Down he goes. So Olivo chasing a bad ball and strikes out. That's number 3 for Bumgarner.
Number 10, Justin Turner.
Justin Turner, double to left. Olivo trying to uppercut a pitch up around the shoulders. First Dodger game 88 years. Well, where in the world have you been? Huh, that's great. Turner 1 for 1, got as far as third. Dodgers left him. High fly ball. Guess it's heading for Angel Pagan. So 3, 4, 5, 6 putouts for Angel in center field.
Pitcher, Paul Maholm.
And Paul Maholm. Maholm sacrificed in the third inning. Seemed like a good play. Got Turner over to third, but Gordon and Puig left him there. And then Crawford hits the home run, so it's 2-0 Giants. Strike, 0-1. Boy, Bumgarner throws so effortlessly, at least sitting up here, as the scouts say about how the ball comes out of his hand so easily. Then you look at the gun, and it's 93 and 94. That was 93, 0-2. Matt Cain tomorrow against Zach Greinke. Tim Hudson against Clayton Kershaw on Sunday. All right, Maholm strikes out. Down go the Dodgers in order. And at the end of 5, 2-0 Giants. Day in 1974, the Dodgers had flown from Montreal to San Diego, and they got to bed a good 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Don Sutton was asleep in his room, and there was a knock at the door. He opened the door, and there was a man in a painter's outfit. Sutton said, "What do you want?" And the man said, "Well, I'm here to apply for a job as a painter." Sutton said, "You got the wrong room, buddy," and closed it. Well, after getting about 5 hours sleep, he decided, I'm up, I might as well stay up, and stay up he did. And he went to the ballpark and pitched a one-hitter to beat San Diego 6-0, the third one-hitter in his career. Strange doings on the road, and for Sutton, a memorable day and a memorable night. Let's go back to this one. I don't want to really get into the story, but I had one of those weird things happen. It was only about 11 o'clock at night, and I just turned the light out. We were in Colorado after a night game. Ball one. And there was a knock at my door, and I got up and I said, "Who is it?" And the man said, "I'm here to clean your windows." At 11 o'clock at night. Sent him on his way. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-1. Dodgers loading up the left. Hunter Pence walked, grounded to short, 0 for 1. And pops that foul behind the plate. No play for Olivo back in the crowd. 1-2 the count. Hunter Pence had one of those memorable moments. So did his brother. His brother called him and said, "My wife just delivered a baby girl. See if he can hit a home run." And that night, he happened to hit one. One and two the count. Just missed. When Hunter was about 15 years old, he worked for a neighbor's water company during the summer, digging trenches, repairing underground pipes, and reading water meters. So he knows what hard work's all about. Slaps that thing foul. Oh, we got bad news. I really feel badly for him. I don't know him, and yet I feel badly for him. Brandon Belt, fine, wonderful first baseman for Bruce Bochy and the Giants. Remember, he was hit on the thumb, the pitch from Paul Maholm. X-ray, thumb is broken. 2-2. Ball 3. Another note about Hunter Pence. He can do handsprings. Remember, you'd see Ozzie Smith doing those flips going out to short. He was a kid shortstop, and he would do the same thing. Foul ball down the line. Here comes Puig. Can't make it. So we can finish the story. He began to Hunter Pence. He was then known as Handspring Hunter. And the story about him in the local paper said he wore number 8 because it looks the same right side up and upside down. And during pep rallies, cheerleaders got him to do back handsprings, and his mom says he can still do them. Hunter Pence, fun to watch. There's no way you're going to fall asleep watching Hunter. Foul ball. Still 3-2. I think it was the late Fred Haney, who at one time, he was from these parts. Fred managed the Braves. And he was the one, in talking about a pitcher, Lou Burdette, who was so fidgety, said he would make coffee nervous. Well, Hunter Pence certainly falls right into that category. He makes coffee nervous. Three and two. Isn't that something, the energy he has? And another foul ball. Hunter, besides digging trenches, he was a bus boy, then became a waiter in a restaurant. He'd done a lot of things. Check swing, they're going to look. No swing. Ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Pence, And now you get Posey, Morris, and Arias replacing Brandon Belt. Posey singled to center and popped up 1 for 2. Pence, remember, runs well. He has stolen 5 out of 6. Posey very much of a contact hitter, so they could put a play on here at any time. Ball 1. Posey is remarkable in many ways. But if you know this game at all and you play every day, and he has walked more than he has struck out, there aren't very many players who can say that. 17 walks, 15 strikeouts, 2-0 the count. Show you the toll a hitter like Hunter Pence can take on a pitcher. Remember, Hunter walked in the first inning, and that was an 11-pitch at bat. This last at bat was a 10-pitch at bat, and he fouled off 5 while he was up there. So Hunter Pence is not going to make a headline with 2 walks, but he has made Mahalam work extra hard. Brandon League is up now in the Dodger bullpen. 2-1. We'll see if they play hit and run. Pence, no go. High fly ball, shallow left. Whoops, Van Slyke went back. Now it comes in. The Scott Van Slyke, most outfielders are going to, the first thing is a step back. Now he's recovered and comes charging in.
Michael Morris.
So outfielders usually back up, infielders usually come forward, and the ball high enough so that Scotty got away with it. Of course, he doesn't play that much either. And here's big Michael Morris, grounded into a double play and fouled out to Yasiel Puig. On 1. We mentioned it last night because it is somewhat rare. Morris was born in Jamaica, as was his mother. So he became the first native of Jamaica to play in the major leagues, June of 2005. He lives in Plantation, Florida. With 1 out, they're really going to keep an eye on Pence. Last year, all of the Giant left fielders collectively hit 5 home runs, and they felt that's really a weak spot. So they got Morris, and he's already hit 8 this year. 2-1. Michael is 6'5", 230, 32 years old. Originally signed by the White Sox. He had 31 home runs for the Washington Nationals a couple of years ago. Pence drawing a lot of attention over there. The off-speed pitch, a big swing and a miss. 2-2 to Michael Morris. Waiting on deck, Joaquin Arias replacing the injured Brandon Belt, who was hit by a pitch, suffered a broken left thumb. That was close. 2-2 to Morris. Two to nothing in favor of the Giants. 2-run home run by Brandon Crawford. Foul back. So that's Mahalam's basic problem. He's made 91 pitches, and it was interesting. He rarely got a first pitch strike. though he was always getting deep in the count. And then Crawford came up and hit the first pitch for a home run. Still 2-2. Breaking ball, nice save by Olivo. 3-2. Well, let's take a look. You know that Pence can run. He's stolen 5 out of 6. How about Michael Morse? He struck out 29 times. He has only walked 8. So what does that mean to Boshi? Is he going to run Pence with Arias on deck? We'll find out in a minute. 3-2. He's going. And a little roller up along third. Scoop by Turner. Throw is just in time to get him. What a wonderful play by Justin Turner. By the time he finished making his play, Justin was close to home plate. So Morse taps out. Pence goes to second. And the batter will be Arias. Transfer, off balance throw, on the money. So Turner makes a big play. Morse nipped by a stride. Pence down to second, and with 2 out, here is Joaquin Arias. Brandon Belt started the game, hit on the thumb, broke the thumb, and had to come out. Arias came up in the 4th inning and struck out, so he's 0 for 1. 2-0. 2 runs, 2 hits for the Giants. Nothing for the Dodgers, 2 hits. Dodgers have a leadoff double by Turner. They left him at third. And a 2-out single by Kemp. Brandon League throwing in the pen. And Mahalam trying to get out of the inning. Ball 1. Little foul ball. Mahalam has now made 95 pitches. Madison Bumgarner has made 71. Pretty big difference, 24 pitches. So Madison Bumgarner sitting quietly. By the way, again, can't express how badly we feel for Brandon Belt suffering the broken thumb. And I'm sure he remembers back in 2011, 2 months after he got his first major league hit off Clayton Kershaw, he suffered a hairline fracture, and over to third goes Hunter Pence. So he's on the move. So Pence steals third, and Arias up there 1-2. Arias suffered that, Belt suffered that fracture of the left wrist, hit by a pitch in St. Louis, and he was out for 6 weeks. Still 1-2. So tonight the left thumb, and Belt will be out a while again. One ball and 2 strikes to Arias. Hunter Pence over at third, 2 down. Little roller, another tough play, otherwise a run. And the throw, Gonzalez can't field it. It's recovered by Gordon, who throws it into left field. There wasn't anybody covering second base. So Pence comes in. It is 3-0 in favor of the Giants. And we'll check the scoring. It'll probably be 1-1. So Pence, typical, walks, takes second, steals third, comes home on the ground ball. It will be 1-1. It'll be a base hit, a run batted in, and then Turner's effort winds up being an error. The hurried throw, and Gonzalez could not get a glove on it. So it is 3-0 in favor of the Giants. They will now walk Sandoval and take their chances against Brandon Hicks. 3 runs, 3 hits for the Giants, no runs, 2 hits, and an error for the Dodgers. For the Dodgers, this will be their 37th game, and they've made 34 errors. With Hunter Pence at third, the all-out effort by Turner was a base hit anyway, so the run would have scored no matter what. And now let's see, Mattingly, I think, is going to the pen to bring in Brandon Lee. 102 pitches made by Paul Maholm. He got in trouble. Remember, he got 10 in a row. He walked Hicks, and then it was a home run. And then in the 6th inning, he gave up a walk, and it's now cost him 2 more. So he goes out down 3-0, and we'll be back right after this. Giants take a 3-0 lead here in the 6th inning, and with 2 out, Brandon Lee is brought in to go after Brandon Hicks. Maholm went 5 2/3. The 4 walks, 2 of them were cashed in, the walk to Hicks and the walk to Pence. And now Lee trying to get that elusive 3rd out. Brandon Hicks flied to right and walked. So Lee in his 13th game, very good ERA, less than 2. Trying to get the 3rd out. So Hicks, the second baseman, climbs in, and we're about ready. 2 on for the Giants after the intentional walk to Sandoval. Arias at second base. And a strike. So it was Pence who started it off, wouldn't you know, with the base on balls. Advanced to second when Morse grounded out, stole third, and came home on a squib single. Little pop fly to Gonzalez. That'll be that, but that means 2 runs on the books. And at the end of 5.5, 3-0, San Francisco, thanks to Hunter Pence. in the Box. Head to Jack in the Box and try the new Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. It's Jack's hottest sandwich yet. And by the Ram 1500, Motor Trend's 2014 Truck of the Year and first ever back-to-back champion. We're going to the bottom of the sixth inning. It's 3-0 in favor of San Francisco. There's songs and life here in the ballpark as the Dodger fans refuse to go quietly. And it'll be Dee Gordon, Yasiel Puig, and Hanley Ramirez. We mentioned earlier how the Giants feel very much at home at Dodger Stadium. They've won 6 of the last 7 games they've played here, and Bumgarner leads the pack. He is 6-2 in Dodger Stadium, and right now his earned run average here, this would be perhaps his 9th decision. His earned run average right now at Dodger Stadium is 1.8. Gordon hit the fly ball, but not when he needed it. Grounded out when it was sorely needed. The ground ball came with Justin Turner at third. Giants have Arias on the edge of the grass at first. Sandoval is 5 feet in on the grass at third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2. There's a gap. Pagan playing Gordon towards left center, and Pence is straight away in right. So that's the big gap out there in right center field. 2-1. Two and two. Home run's a big play tonight. Brandon Crawford. And that, as we mentioned earlier, is one of the big differences between the Giants last year and the year before and this year. They now have 44 home runs. Dodgers have 34. Foul back. Michael Morse has added a big 8. Brandon Belt, who had to leave, had 9. Hunter Pence, of course, gives you everything, including 2 more home runs. So scatter them all about. 44 home runs for the Giants. Remember, they were last in home runs in 2012, and they won the World Series. Fastball just missed. Waiting on deck, Yasiel Puig. Three and two. Got him. So Gordon strikes out. That would be 4 strikeouts for Madison Bumgarner. And with 1 out, here's Puig, who flied to center and struck out. He has a current 8-game hitting streak, batting .305. Came into the game hitting .357 against left-handers. But of course there are left-handers, and then there are left-handers like Bumgarner. Ball 1. Hanley Ramirez on deck. Dodgers had Turner open up the third with a double, and they left him at third. They had Kemp, a 2-out single in the fourth, and that's it. That's a strike. 1-1. Puig backed out of the box right in the middle almost. I think he had something in his eye. Yep. Instead of turning and asking for time, he just took the strike. Well, I tell you one thing, that's not only a bad habit to get into as far as just playing baseball, but it's a very bad habit for your health. There's a guy out there throwing 94 and you have something in your eye and you don't ask for time. That's dangerous. 2-1. Foul back. Fastball alley, 93-mile-an-hour pitch. Two and two to Yasiel. One out. Bottom of the sixth. 3-0 Giants. And a high fly ball to center. Back goes Pagan to the track, to the wall. Gone. Five home runs for Yasiel Puig. That gets the Dodgers on the scoreboard. It's 3-1. San Francisco and woo. Did Bumgarner holler something at Puig? Puig certainly got angry. The plate umpire now trying to, I don't know what happened, but Puig is angry. Bumgarner came off the mound. I can't speculate from up here whether anything was said. Let's see what the cameras might show. We'll watch Puig first. Okay, a home run. Flips the bat. I bet that's what Bumgarner didn't like. But how much you don't like it. Watch the bat. There goes the ball. Now here's Puig jogging around. Look where Bumgarner is. He came down to get the ball. And now he must have said something to Puig. Yep. Meanwhile, 0-1. So for Yasiel, he has hit in 9 straight, and he hits a home run, but the Dodgers still a couple of bucks short. 0-1. One and one. I don't know if we have a minute. Can we have that shot again where Puig swings, knows he's hit the home run, and then does he really flip the bat? That one little thing like that can irritate a pitcher who has just given up a home run. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's in there. Take another look. Watch the bat. I don't know. Is that, well, maybe walk away. Because Bumgarner wasn't looking at him when the bat is flipped. He's watching the fly to the ball, and then Yasiel took his time. Maybe that bothered Bumgarner. Who knows? 1-2. By the way, for Bumgarner, the 5th home run that he's allowed. Whoops! Will Little now has his hands full. Well, Mattingly apparently unhappy with the calls with Ramirez. Little, and I don't mean to demean his position, basically a minor league umpire having the experience of major league work. He's from Tennessee. The crew chief is Ted Barrett. I didn't see him gesture to throw Mattingly out. And of course, if Mattingly came up to argue about the call, ball or strike, he would be kicked out. Talking to Tim Wallach, his bench coach. 1-2. 2-2. And Mattingly apparently has been gone. We did not see that big right-handed swing to the air, throwing the manager out. So it is 3-1 in favor of the Giants. Ramirez up there with a 2-2 count. And Tim Wallach will be running the ball club. And ball 3. So this has been quite an inning. It was a very quiet game. And then Puig hits a home run. Three and 2 to Hanley. And Adrian Gonzalez on deck. And that's fouled. Straight back. Fastball alley. 3 runs, 3 hits for the Giants. 1 run, 3 hits for the Dodgers in the 6th inning. A lot of baseball left in this one. Tomorrow afternoon, remember, at 1:10, Matt Cain, Zach Greinke. Sunday afternoon at 1:10, Tim Hudson, Clayton Kershaw. Full count to Ramirez. Bumgarner has walked 1. It was Van Slyke. And down goes Hanley. 5 strikeouts for Madison Bumgarner, and the batter will be Adrian Gonzalez. Adrian, 9 home runs, 26 RBIs, flied to left and struck out 0 for 2. Strike, 0-1. Brandon Hicks and the second base umpire have just left the infield completely. There they are. That's Ted Barrett out there with Hicks. Never really seen that before. You know, I've seen the infielders back out. I don't remember seeing an outfielder, or I should say the umpire, almost in the outfield, but that's where he is. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two and 1. Yasiel Puig, home run to get the Dodgers on the board. 9-game hitting streak, and a fly ball to center that's heading right for Pagan's glove. So he continues to make the putouts. Dodgers get 1. Puig's home run. Either it was the flip of the bat, the fact that he watched it, the fact that it took him a while to run around, add them all up, and it ticked off Bumgarner. And at the end of 6, 3-1 Giants. dealers. On a beautiful evening at Dodger Stadium, we have arrived in the 7th inning. A little noise when Puig hit the home run. Otherwise, reasonably quiet Giant game. Crawford followed by Bumgarner and then Pagan. Crawford fouled out and then hit the 2-run home run in the 5th inning. That was against Paul Maholm. Brandon League in relief of Maholm, and ball 1. It was interesting at one stage early in the year. You wondered whether Crawford would ever be a regular again. They played a lot of Arias, and now he drills one up the middle. So Crawford is 2 for 3.
Pitcher number 40, Madison Bumgarner.
And the batter will be Madison Bumgarner. Bumgarner grounded out. Then last time up in the 5th inning, and remember, he's a very good hitter. Puig had to catch his fly ball right up against the gate in right field. See if he tries to sacrifice. Showing bunt. Takes a strike. 0-1. Bumgarner has sacrificed twice this year. Tim Flannery sending a signal to him. That fly ball was really well hit back in the 5th inning. 0-1. And a base hit into left field. Yes, he can swing the bat all right. So Madison Bumgarner, back-to-back singles. Giants are in business, nobody out. And Pagan, Pence, and Posey coming up. So League is in trouble as Bumgarner singles. For Bumgarner, that's his 5th hit this year. He has a home run, 5 RBIs. Pagan hasn't done anything with the bat. He has fouled out, struck out, grounded out, but in center field he's had 7 putouts. He also watched Puig's home run go over the center field wall. 2 on. Justin Turner about even with the bag at third. Everybody else back. And ball 1. Giants not only trying to win 6 of the 8 this year, but they would also be trying to win 7 of the last 8 games they played here at Dodger Stadium, as well as push the Dodgers back 4.5 games. 1 ball, no strikes. And ball 2. It was scoreless into the 5th inning. And his 2 buddies sharing different allegiances sit side by side. And Hunter Pence waits on deck. Then Crawford hit the 2-run home run. And then Pence really helped steal a run in the 6th inning. And ball 3. So now League is 1 pitch away from loading him up. And Pence coming up. That's in there. 3-1. Crawford, who opened with a single at second. Bumgarner, who was told forget the bunt and then promptly single to left. And the 3-1 pitch to Pagan. 3-2. You know, when you talk to Pagan, we told you about the fact he grew up in a drug and gang-ridden project area of Puerto Rico. And he's a young man. He said, most of my friends from growing up are either dead or in jail, period. Wow. Foul back. Pagan, like so many players, carry a cross. He has a daughter, Brianna, who had surgery on both eyes when she was 2 years old. She's now 6. He has what they call strabism, the inability to focus both eyes simultaneously. And he promptly bangs it into left field. Runners had to hold, so the bases are loaded. Turner diving at the line drive, couldn't do it. So Angel comes up with the hit and loads it up.
Right fielder, number 8, Hunter Pence.
So 3 hits in a row against Brandon League, and what had been a very tight ball game is in danger of exploding wide up. There's the try by Turner. So bases loaded, nobody out, and here's Hunter Pence. Pence has walked, grounded to short, walked again. He had an 11-pitch at bat, and he had a 10-pitch at bat. So Pence ready to wear out any pitcher. And here he is with the bases loaded. Infield is up. Ground ball, comebacker to the plate for 1. Relievo to first, double play. So as simple as 1, 2, 3 as Hunter Pence hits into the DP. And that'll bring up Buster Posey. So the Dodgers get just what they asked. There's the first out. League kind of lobbed that ball to be accurate, lobbing it gently, but that don't cost a play when you do that. However, Olivo has a good arm and throws his man out. So a DP, 1, 2, 3. 2 down, and here's Buster Posey. So Crawford out at the plate. Bumgarner moves up along with Pagan, and that's a strike, 0-1. Posey single to center, popped up, fly to left, hold for a splitter. And a fastball at 93, 0-2. Posey 1 for 3 tonight, singled with Pence and drove Pence to second base in the first inning. Popped up, flied out Sims. 0-2. And a fly ball to right, Puig coming up. And so Brandon Lee gets out of a big jam. Bases loaded, nobody out, and he gives up nothing. Pence hitting into a big double play, so it's still 3-1 Giants. Well, we've arrived at the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 3-1 in favor of the Giants. The Dodgers now will have Matt Kemp. He'll be followed by Van Slyke and then Olivo. 3 runs, 6 hits for the Giants. 1 run, 3 hits for the Dodgers. And that's probably banged into left field. Coming over to cut it off is Morse. Matt will hold on with a long single. So Kemp 2 for 3 with singles to left field. And Van Slyke coming up. Scott Van Slyke walked in the 2nd inning, flied to left field in the 4th. Gene Machi, the right-hander, gets up in the Giant bullpen. Bumgarner this year, and the bunt is foul. Bunting more for a base hit than a sacrifice. Bumgarner in 7 starts piled up 39 innings, and he had 1 complete game. So that means in his 6 other starts, he went 30 innings, and the math tells you he averaged only 5 innings of those starts. So he's in the 7th tonight. He's up to 96 pitches. One ball and 1 strike. Bumgarner is a big man. Puig will contest to that. So will Van Slyke. In looking at his top pitch counts over the year, he's gotten as many as 124, but that was 3 years ago. That's a strike. Twice here at Dodger Stadium. In 2011, he made 121 pitches, and he won that game 3-1. And 2 years ago here at Dodger Stadium, he made 123 pitches, and he won that game 2-1. 2-2. So it will be interesting watching the pitch count. He's had 2 games this year against the Dodgers way back in April, 114 pitches. And he also had a game against Colorado where he made 112. And you can bet Bochy is watching him now very carefully as the pitch count goes up. Whoops. Down goes Van Slyke. So Van Slyke strikes out, 1 out. Kemp holding. That would be the 6th strikeout for Madison Bumgarner. And the batter, Miguel Olivo. Olivo flied to center and struck out, 0 for 2. And a little foul ball going back out of play. 0-1 to Miguel. Matt Kemp, leadoff single, 1 out later, still there. For the Dodgers, they go back to the 3rd inning when Turner doubled, leading off. They sacrificed him to 3rd, but neither Gordon nor Puig could pick him up. Dodgers finally got on the board on the home run by Puig in the 6th inning. Ground ball to short. Crawford down to 2nd. Back to 1st. Double play. So after 8 fly balls, Bumgarner gets the ground ball he wants. A double play from Olivo. And at the end of 7, take another look. The rare ground ball, the big double play, and it's 3-1 Giants. 3-1 lead as we go to the top of the 8th inning. The Dodger calendar shows a lot of work left with the Giants tomorrow afternoon, and that will be Kane and Greinke. Sunday afternoon, Hudson and Kershaw. Then 3 with the Miami Marlins, and that features the wonderkind for Miami. That would be Giancarlo Stanton, a local boy who's just been dazzling. Last time we checked, Stanton had 40 runs batted in. So the Marlins will be here for 3. Then the Dodgers will go out on another road trip, Arizona, New York, and Philadelphia. They'll then come home to play Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, and the White Sox. Here's Michael Morse. Hit into a double play, fouled out to right, grounded out. Michael 0 for 3. Brandon Lee getting out of a mess in the 7th inning. Bases loaded and nobody out. The big double play by Pence and the fly ball by Posey. J.P. Howell is up in the Dodger bullpen. League is due to bat second when the Dodgers hit in the bottom of the 8th. 0-1. 0-2. Crowd on hand tonight. Nice crowd. 49,171. 49,171. We had 43 last night. One and 2 to Michael. Morse with the sock that the Giants needed, and they've gotten the sock that they wanted. Giants have now hit 44 home runs. Dodgers have hit 35. Foul back. Morse for the last 15 games has been hitting .308. He's had 3 doubles, 5 home runs, and 13 RBIs. He's done very well in left field. He has started 34 games and has not committed an error. 1 and 2. Another foul ball. The other thing that certainly would endear Michael Morse to the Giant fans, he's 6 for 13 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs, the toughest hit of all. 1 and 2. Fastball hit down to Ramirez. So 1 out in the 8th inning, and the batter now, Joaquin Arias, who has to finish up at first base for Brandon Belt, who suffered a broken thumb hit by the pitch from Paul Maholm. That happened in the 2nd inning. As we mentioned a couple of years ago, Belt suffered a fractured left wrist hit by a pitch and was out for 6 weeks. 1 ball and no strikes to Joaquin Arias. Ground ball right to Ramirez. Two down, and the batter Pablo Sandoval to look ahead for the Dodgers. They are due to send up Turner, then League, and then Gordon. Sandoval grounded to third, fly to center, walked intentionally. Little roller, goes foul. 0-1. Just to fill the gap for a minute, we were talking about the fly balls, especially in the first inning. Angel Pagan had all 3. He had 5 putouts in 2 innings in center field, and you might have wondered about the record. Well, believe it or not, the record is 12. Been done 10 times, only 3 times in 9-inning games, all the others extras. Jacoby Ellsbury was the last to do it for the Red Sox. Boy, that's a lot of fly balls to center, a dozen. Sean Figgins sitting quietly in the Dodger dugout back in 2006 when he played for the Angels. Figgins once had 11 putouts in center field. 1-1. 1-2. Ellsbury had the 12 putouts for the Red Sox back in 2009, and that was in a 9-inning game. 1-2. Little ground ball going after it is Gonzalez. Quick feed to League in time. So Brandon League got into a mess. Bases loaded, nobody out. Somehow or other retired 6 in a row from that mess, and it's still 3-1 Giants. Giants holding on to a 3-1 lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The brightest moment for the Dodgers tonight was the home run by Yasiel Puig. Now, Puig has scattered his home runs against different pitchers. However, might also touch a nerve. It is his 2nd home run of the year against Madison Bumgarner. Plus the flip of the bat, plus the long look, plus the slow leave from home plate. Anyway, whatever it was, it certainly touched a nerve with Bumgarner. Meanwhile, it'll be Justin Turner, then Sean Figgins, and D. Gordon in that order. Turner doubled in the 3rd inning. Dodgers sacrificed him to 3rd, and they left him there. Gordon and Puig could not pick him up. Last time up, he flied to center. Pulled on the ground right to Sandoval. So Turner taps out, 1 out in the 8th. And Sean Figgins to try his luck. Giant bullpen is plenty busy. They have Santiago Casilla, we saw him last night, and Javier Lopez.
Number 18, Sean Figgins.
So Sean Figgins coming up. Figgins last night came up and flared a single to left field. Brandon League made 29 pitches and did not give up a thing except 3 hits, but amazingly no runs. And a strike. Figgins has only had 3 at-bats batting right-handed, and he is 0 for 3. 2 for 9 hitting left-handed. Foul back, so he's in a hole. 0-2. Madison Bumgarner came in with a 3-3 record. 9-4 lifetime against the Dodgers, and 6-2 here at Dodger Stadium. And down goes Figgins. 8 strikeouts for Bumgarner, and the batter will be D. Gordon.
Number 9, D. Gordon.
So Figgins comes up empty. Now for Gordon, it would be interesting if Gordon can find a way to get on base. He's 0 for 3, and then have Puig come up as the potential tying run. Gordon flied to center, grounded out, struck out. Corners are up. Curveball is in there. 0-1. Bumgarner now 108 pitches. But we told you he has pitched as many as 114 this year. Oh, and 2. Laid off that high fastball. 1-2 the count. Puig waits on deck. Just did get a little bit of that pitch. That was almost past him. Talk about waiting on a pitch. That was almost in Posey's mitt. 1 ball and 2 strikes to D. You can see Posey patting the mound, keep the ball down. And it's a fly ball to, of all people, Angel Pagan. That would be his 8th putout in center field. And at the end of 8, 3-1 Giants. Brandon Hicks aboard. And then the Dodgers gave up a run in the 6th inning when, among other things, Hunter Pence walked, got to second on a ground ball, stole third, and came home on a 2-out dribbler up along third. That was a huge play. So Bumgarner has made 112 pitches, and we will see now as he talks to Boshi as to whether he wants to go out there. Bruce with a big grin on his face. Boshi's the rare manager who was born out of the country. In fact, he was born in France. His father in the Army and was doing service over there. Brandon Hicks, Brandon Crawford, and then Madison Bumgarner. Foul ball. Hicks flied to right, walked, and Crawford homered, and then popped up. Oh and 1. Chopper to third, long throw by Turner on the money. 1 out in the 9th. If you're not keeping score and you wonder about the Dodgers in the bottom of the 9th, it'll be Yasiel Puig, Hanley Ramirez, Adrian Gonzalez. Puig has the home run. Ramirez 0 for 3. Gonzalez 0 for 3. So collectively 1 for 9. Then Matt Kemp 2 for 3. That's a strike. 0-1. Crawford fouled out, hit the big 2-run home run, and led off the 7th with a single. That's when the Giants loaded the bases, nobody out. And Pence hit into the double play by way of the plate. And then Posey flied to right. 3 runs, 6 hits for the Giants. 1 run, 4 hits for the Dodgers. Adrianza is out on deck. A switch hitter who would bat for Bumgarner. Slow breaking ball. It misses. 1-1. The closer for the Giants, Sergio Romo. But we saw Casilla, who was absolutely brilliant. But there is Sergio now getting ready. Two balls, 1 strike. Two and 2. Fouled away. So J.P. Howell facing Brandon Crawford. We told you the story about when they were building AT&T Park, and Brandon's mom and dad were season ticket holders at Candlestick Park. So you could buy a brick. You could put your name on the brick and it would go in the construction of AT&T Park. Crawford's name is on a brick. Mom and dad bought it. Nice note while he's still playing there. Brandon went to school at UCLA. "27 years old and came up to the Giants in 2011. 3-2. And foul ball off his foot. Crawford to repeat, since it is so odd. In 2011, he came up to the Giants from San Jose, played against the Milwaukee Brewers, and his first major league hit was a grand slam home run. Three and two. tough play. J.P. Howell gets in front of him, tags him going by, and that'll be the out. Very tough play for J.P., but he got his man. 2 down. So Crawford grounds out to J.P. Howell up the line. And now A-Ray Adrianza coming up. Take another look. Here comes Howell. Whirls, nails him in the ribs, and then drops to his knees. Gotcha. So the Dodgers gather to the mound just to buy a little time. Let J.P. catch his breath after that. A ground ball to the pitcher. So Adrianza, a switch hitter, batting 200. 143 right. That would be 1 for 7. A-Ray is how you pronounce that first name. Batting for Bumgarner. 0-1. Bumgarner grounded out, fly to right, single to left. So for Bumgarner, should the Giants hold on and win the game, he will be 7-2 at Dodger Stadium. And he will have improved on an earned run average that was 1.9 here. One ball, one strike. Bumgarner, should he win, would be 10-4 lifetime. And 2-1 this year against the Dodgers. A-Ray from Venezuela. Check swing, that's going to cost. 1-2 the count. His father grew up with Ozzie Guillen. So when A-Ray was born, Ozzie Guillen became his godfather. He also has a brother who's 10 years older. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And down he goes. So Howell sets him down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Puig, Ramirez, Gonzalez, and maybe Kemp. 3-1 Giants. Tuesday at 7:10, the Dodgers and the Marlins, and the first 50,000 fans at the game receive a Yasiel Puig bobblehead. Compliments of Bank of America. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotion. Yasiel Puig will be leading off against Sergio Romo. Romo, the boy from Brawley, who has meant so much to the Giants. This year he is 2-0. Great ERA 1.7. In his 17th game, he has walked 3 and struck out 12. And with Puig coming up, you wonder about home runs. He is allowed 2. Puig tonight flied to center, struck out, and homered. That would be his second home run against Madison Bumgarner. He hit one last year to help beat Bumgarner 3-1. So this time Bumgarner has a chance to beat him and the Dodgers 3-1. And we'll see about Romo. Romo pitched briefly last night. And that's promptly banged to center. Here comes Pagan to make a diving catch. 9 putouts in center field for Angel Pagan. Wow.
Number 13, Henry Ramirez.
So a great catch by Pagan on that sinking drive to right center. Just did catch up to it and made the play. Wow, bit of an ice cream cone, and he holds on to it. Remember, the record for putouts in center field in a 9-inning game, 12, and he has 9. He's going to run out no matter what. So Puig, annoyed, winds up going 1 for 4. And the batter Ramirez flied to center, popped up, struck out, 0 for 3. Fastball misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Puig frustrated. I think he felt he could have had at least a base hit. Well, let it all out in English or Spanish, but don't keep it in. Two 2-0 the count to Hanley. Romo against Hanley Ramirez. Ramirez hitting .231, but he does have 2 home runs against Romo. That's a strike, 2-1. The only Dodger with a home run is Ramirez with 2. Adrian Gonzalez waiting on deck, and Romo trying to lock it up for the night. Two balls, 1 strike. Bouncer exactly where Hicks was playing on the other side of second base. So Ramirez goes a very quiet 0 for 4. And the Dodgers down to their last out. Dodgers had only 4 hits. And the 1 run came on Puig's home run. Dodgers never had a rally. They never had more than 1 man on base in any inning. Gonzalez flied to left for a change, struck out, but then he too hit a fly ball to center. And a strike. Hicks again playing shallow right field. 0-1. Romo's about 5'11", 180. Misses away. Last year, Romo came into his own. He had 38 saves. 31 years old. The infield is so overshifted as Puig just sits there thinking what might have been the saddest words of tongue and pen. Sandoval just about in the hole at shortstop. Crawford up the middle at the rim. The second baseman in right field. 1-2. Dodgers in danger of falling 4.5 games back and in danger of having the Giants win 7 of the last 8 games here in their ballpark. They're all thinking of imaginary hits, but that's about what they have tonight. A lot of imaginary hits. 2-2. And a drive to right, but Pence is right there, and that will do it. So the Dodgers go down the last 8 in a row after Kemp singled. The totals: 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Giants, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for the Dodgers. Tomorrow it'll be Kane and Greinke. The player of the game certainly would be Madison Bumgarner. He allowed 1 run in 8 innings, 4 hits, a walk, and struck out 8. The only run was the home run by Puig. So Bumgarner is now 7-2 here at Dodger Stadium. He is 10-4 lifetime and just continues to pitch tremendous ball away. On the road, he's 3-1 and an ERA of about $1.50. At home, 1-2. So we'll see you tomorrow, Kane and Greinke. Till then, we wish you all a very pleasant good evening, everybody.